Hello everyone. Today we solve problem number 3751 on the LeetCode. Problem name is the total waviness of the number in range. First of all, we understand the problem, then we think about the solution. What is the problem and how we can think about the solution. First of all, understand the problem, then we think about that. What we have a nums1 and nums2, like you can see we have two digit nums1 and nums2. What is we have to nums1 and nums2 are provide the range, like we have a nums1 is equal to 120 and nums2 is 130. 130, then what we have to range like 120, then 121, then 122, then 123, like that, on the range of 130. Last is 130. What we have to do, we have to find out the peak and valley element from that. Like we have first take a 120 element, 120, then we check the it is any peak value or valley element are there. If it is there, then we take the waviness of the one. If it is not, then we move to the like second element like 1 to 1. Then we find out if any waviness on that or not. If it is then we take one more. If it is two are in the waviness, then we increase one more. Like that, we move to the all the element from the nums1 to nums2 from range. Like what we have to do, like we have take the example number one and then understand the problem. What we have to like 120 and 130 is the nums1 and nums2. What we have total element of the 1 120 121 1 1 2 2 1 2 3 1 2 4 1 2 5 1 2 6 and 1 2 7 1 2 8 1 2 9 1 3. What we have to do, we have to find out the peak and peak and valley element from that. How we can find out the peak element? Peak element is the if we have a 120, then what is the peak element? Peak element is the we can't take a first element and last element from the value. We have to find out a middle value for the peak and value, both cases. If it is what is peak? Peak is the greater than the like first element and the last element, uh, greater than that. If it is like you can see one is the two is the greater than one and zero, it is the peak element, like we see. And in this case we have the 1 to 1, like we have a two is the greater than one and one, then it is a peak element. Like that, in 1 to 1, that it is equal to, then it is not a peak element. In 1 to 3, it is not peak element. It is not peak element. It is not peak element. It is not peak. It is not it is in you can see 130. In 130 we have a uh, middle element is the peak element, like you can see 1 and 0 are the left and right corner, and 3 are the greater than 1 and 0. That is the one peak element. What we have to, we have three peak element, like you can see 1 from 120, from 1 to 1 we have second, then we have 130. uh, that is total is the peak element is 3, and waviness is equal to 3, and we have to return waviness. In example number two, what we have a same like that, like 198, and then 199, then 200, then 201, then 202. What we first of all find out the peak element. Like we have a peak element in the one 8 is one and 8 is both, from both 9 is greater. In this both are equal, then what not have any peak element. We have a peak element is equal to 1. Then we find out, check on the second not have any peak or any valley element. And then we have to 200 not have any peak or valley element. Then we search for the that 0 is the less than 2 and less than 1. Then we have a one valley element. Then we find out the 0 is less than the 2 and 2. Then 1 we have a value element. Then waviness is the equal to 3. You can see. And in next element, next range is range, and nums 1 and nums 2 both are the equal. Then we take a 4 8 4 8, and then we find out a, like you can see, first we have a 4 8 4. We can't check it is the from starting element. We take the middle element only for check. Go to the 8. We check it is the less than 8 is the greater than 4 and 4. Then we have a one peak element. Then we go to the 4 and check it is 8 and 8, 8 and 8, and 4 is less than 8 and 8. Then it is 1. Then we have to go for the 8. 8 is the last element. We ignore it. How then we think about the solution? What we can do? Uh, First of all, we have a range. Like we take example of first 120 to 130 for the code. Like we have 120, then 130. Nums 1, nums 1, and nums 2 130. What we have to do? We have to find out a range. How we take a count for the waviness, into waviness. It is I take a CNT for make a for loop for that. Like we have to start with the range 120. Like I start I equal to nums I, nums 1, num1, num1 is 120, and it is equal to and less than equal to num2, and I increase. We have condition and when increment. What we can do? We take the first element 120 to the our string. We have a string. Then we take a the three things are there. Like we take I, j, no j, k, and l. What we have to do? We have to check if it is greater than the 1 uh, j and greater than the l, then we have to increase the cnt. Like you can see, if it is s, k is the middle element. If it is increase greater than j, greater than the l, then we have to increase the cnt, and we move to the other element. Like if it is like we have to for it like that, then we have to like J, K, L, then we move J, K, L for the next element. Like that, we have to loop for that. Like we have a last element L. L is not less than the size, then we have to move while loop. If it is N, then we move to the like one next element 1 to 1. Like that, we have make a one for peak element, condition for peak element. Then we have value for that. Then we find out the waveness for both the element. And after that, if it is not value both of them, then we increase the j k l. Like that we have to do, and we have to easily find out the waviness using this code. What is the time complexity of this code? Time complexity is the we have to one loop for that. Like we have big of n. Then we have to find out while loop for that. It is big of d. But d is we can see in our constant d is the like not more than 6 character. Then we say it is time complexity big of n. What is space complexity? Space complexity, we can't take any extra space. That's why we have extra complexity because let's run the code on the LeetCode and check it is correct or not. I already write the code. Let's run it. Okay, you can see all the visible 3 test cases are passed. Let's submit it. Okay, we passed all test cases. Um Thank you for watching my video.